More deep dive into IBLP's Men's Manual and the malarkey and shenanigans that go along with it. Last episode, we were on the Strong in Faith page. We're going to continue that. Are y'all ready? Let's just dive in. He also has on the side, which he always likes to add stuff, right? Set a date, be on time. The personal conference. Like, what's the context of this, please? God expects every father to meet with, here's the context. God expects every father to meet with each child personally to guide, encourage, and challenge each one to walk worthy of God. Your sons and daughters know that you make appointments to see important people. You plan for the meeting and are on time. You can tell your children how important they are by doing the same things with them. So if you have 18 children, you have 7 days in the week. Okay, let's not say 18, okay? Let's say 6. You have 6 kids because that's probably like the average of an ATI family, right? Some have less, some have more, probably at least average 6 to 8. You're supposed to go to work as a father, provide for your family on one income while your wife homeschools. You are supposed to do this 30-week Bible study manual control pamphlet book of authoritarian control that's supposed to be one night a week. So did I mention go to church 3 times a week? Because if I didn't, then go to church 3 times a week, do this once a week, plus do the research, plus do the writing, plus meet with all of your children and question them and drill them and interrogate them about their belief system. When are you supposed to sleep and eat? I guess you get to eat once a week while you're doing your weekly family time, apparently. Because you just go around the table and grill nope, because you're supposed to set a time and a date and do it individually. So you can't just rapid fire interrogate your whole family at the same place, and because then they can't really share freely anyway, because the cult doesn't allow that. But anyway, we're gonna digress, and this is so freaking long. Questions to remove doubts. 1. What events led up to I want to say you, but it says your. I don't know why my brain doesn't want to hear that. What events led up to your becoming a Christian? Is that grammatically correct? Because my brain doesn't think so. Since becoming a Christian, do you have doubts about your salvation? Number 3, do you know what is causing the doubts? Review possible causes. Over there, your little grid. Number 4, would you like to get rid of the doubts? No, I want to keep my doubts, Dad. 5, since becoming a Christian, has there ever been a time when you totally dedicated your life to God for His will? Which could be anything, but most likely your parents are going to tell you. 6, is there anything that would hinder you from doing that now? Unconfessed sin, right? 7, follow the salvation prayer on page 121. Yeah, no. At the bottom of the page here, he has a list of verses. I'm not going to read these off because it's just going to be super long. Maybe I'll just do that for every episode, is make a post and upload the documents that I read off of so that you can see them for yourself if you want to go research these and reference them. So we have 1 Thessalonians 2, 11 to 13, Hebrews 11, 6, Romans 10, 17, 1 Peter 2, 2, Romans 10, 9 and 10, Matthew 3, 14 and 15, Romans 12, 1 to 2, 1 Timothy 1 to 19, Matthew 6, 15, 2 Peter 1, 1 to 10, and Matthew 12, 31. Yeah, obviously this would be like reading for 20 minutes, and I'm just not going to take up that much of your time. Okay, let's recap. This man wants you to grill your children, to know if your family is strong in their faith. Are we going to get to a point where he holds the fathers accountable for any of their stuff? I don't know. Some of the causes for your doubt could be because you made a decision as a child, and so now you need to reconfirm it because you're older and maybe you don't know if you meant it or not, even though you're supposed to be able to mean it even when you're a child, but I digress. Silent prayer without verbal confession. So sit here and pray with me if you're not sure. Did you neglect your baptism? Let's not go into the history, the meaning, or the importance of baptism according to the Bible at all. Let's just arrange a baptismal service. And do you have lack of dedication? Because at, I don't know, anywhere between 5 and 12, 18, You may not be completely dedicated to God because God forbid you actually just be a kid and enjoy life. Got it. Need for restitution. You have a guilty conscience because you did something wrong, because you can feel like you're not saved if you sin ever. That is common in this cult. Secret bitterness. You will notice a trend with this cult about bitterness and how everything can be tied to bitterness, from your health to your lack of gusto for the Lord to rebellion. I mean, he literally ties bitterness to any part of you not serving God fully. Lack of growth, although he did say that knowledge is not what is advancing society, but you do need to add knowledge. Kind of contradictory, but okay, Gothard. And your unpardonable sin. Have you rejected God over and over and over? According to him, that is what the unpardonable sin is, from what I remember. For further resources on salvation, see section 9 in the basic seminar textbook. If you have access to that, you can go there, but we're not going to go jump around to different books because we're doing enough. Jump around, jump up, and get down. Okay, I'm sorry. I have to do that every time from now on because I just can't help myself. All right, there's your recap. Let me know what you think about what is being asked of you here as a father, what is being required of the children, and if you think it is humanly possible to fit in all of these things that Gothard says that you should do. I mean, yeah, I get it. But like, let's just say you have to do this once for each child. Okay. So maybe, but that's not the case because the doubts can come in repetitively. So this is going to be something that you're going to have to revisit constantly, especially if one of your children expresses any doubt. So, yeah, the amount of time that all of this takes is insanity. And I had a comment on one of I think it was on my YouTube channel. They had commented that their parents were completely convinced that this was the way to get godly children. So they would have taken any amount of time that they needed to do any of these things. So they would have put set aside everything else to do this kind of stuff. So, which I agree with, that a lot of the parents would have reprioritized their life to fit all of this in, but also exhausted themselves in the process. And then what good are you to your children if you have nothing left to give to them on a daily basis for their daily needs, and sometimes wants? Just my thoughts. What are yours? I would love to know. Please tell me in the comments what your thoughts are on all of this. And with that, I will end this episode. If somebody has not told you today or ever, I am so, so, so proud of you. And I am so proud of you for sticking with me through all of this because, oh my gosh, this is